Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hearthstone. Let's see what we need to trade out. The new season is over, so we have, in my mind at least, proven 7 games and any victory, and 5 of them need to be Druid or Rogue. Let's try to focus on Druid if we can. So we got a new gold card back for something. I don't know what those are. Really. I guess I should find it and see if I can dissolve it. Yeah, there it was. So like this Ravaging Ghoul. Do I have 2 of these? So yeah, I guess I can disenchant that I got at the end of the month. So I guess this is their way of helping you get some dust. And then I have one other card that who knows why that card is new, but whatever. Probably just got that. And then we got the new card back, the Zul Drake. We'll make it the favorite now. But the real lesson we've learned here after this first month of Standard versus Wild is you just can't get up to the levels. Druid and Rogue and everything else should fill in. Tavern Brawl, have we played it? Yes. So no reason to play that again. So let's look here. Rank 22 on Wild. Rank 23 on Standard. Yeah. It's a constant thing. You're gonna have to spend the entire month and play as much as I do, which is more than I think people should, to even maintain trying to get to rank 18. Also, I should warn you if I sound a little funny today, I'm doing my biannual, every 6 months I basically need to clean out my ears. So I could be talking louder, I could be talking quieter. I can already feel that I can hear a lot better. I was starting to get really deaf there. It's weird and it's gross, but like there's 2 types of people genetically, from what I've heard. One with like a hard earwax and one with a more liquid earwax, and if you have the more liquid earwax, which I think is the majority of people, their ears never get clogged up. Me, I have the hard, and so like every 6 months it just builds up, and it is, when cleaning it out's a mess. It's the nastiest smelling thing you've ever smelled. It's just dead skin cells and earwax combined. It's been sitting in your head. It's like, it's awful. It's a really bad, stupid thing to have to live with. But it also has a slight advantage because it means most of the time I have at least some layer of protection, sound dampening protection going on in my ears, which in theory, I would guess, protects me from going permanently deaf. So by being deaf for most of the time by a small amount, in the same way that if you turn your TV or your whatever device you're listening to down a little bit more, you're protecting yourself from going deaf that way too. Going deaf particularly would be a very bad thing for somebody whose job is to play video games. Let's see. Spend the coin and get rid of one of these guys.
For the wild. Job's done.
Like, if I go deaf, I could probably still muddle through a lot of games, but I don't think I'd probably be a very valid critic. I would then become some kind of specialized critic that would only be able to share his experience with other people who are deaf. Subtitles are mostly 100% games, but if my hands fell off or something, that would be slightly worse. Like, if I could not control a mouse and keyboard, the controller, that is probably game over completely. It would. Even if I could figure out how to play with my feet or some kind of brain interface, which doesn't really exist, my level of skill would be so low that there would be nothing to make there. Or if I was like controlling a computer with just an eye sensor, so wherever I look the mouse would go, that it would take far too long for that stuff. Of course, the brain is always your worst organ to lose. If I had a stroke or some kind of mental damage where I couldn't play video games, then, well, obviously I couldn't play video games at that point.
Bathe in flames.
Just end the turn there, I guess. If I lost my voice, obviously I couldn't talk, and then I don't know at that point how I could spend enough time to make enough footage. Like, if I was typing like commentary over video, I think that still easily falls under fair use, but it would be so much extra work. It would be way too much extra work then, because I'd have to watch every single video after playing it and then make commentary as a secondary action. And of course, if I went blind, that would probably be horrible too. So there's a whole ranking. If you lose any senses besides smell, fortunately video games have not integrated smell, which is a good thing, because when you look at the vast number of bad video games with cheap gimmicks in it, if we did have smell-o-vision, it would just always be the smell of blood, the smell of vomit. It would be the worst smells ever. Once in a while you might get flowers, but... And certainly some people have done some work towards those things. It's just... It hasn't been adopted, thankfully. Go ahead and kill these guys. So, moving off from that, because I don't have a lot to talk about. We're at the end of the Steam sale. They said it's Encore yesterday, which just seems a little weird because we have like Saturday and Sunday. It's not until the morning of July 4th that
the land serves me.
That those sales go off, so I'm not certain what's gonna happen as soon as I hit 12:30 today. That'll be a good indicator, I suppose. I have one foil card for the Steam Summer Sale, which I'm trying to sell at a rather high price. I hope it sells. If it doesn't, I'll turn it into gems and maybe sell the gems. It looks like that might actually be a better move. I'll have to look at the number of gems I would get from all the remaining things I have. I should also just look at my account and see if maybe I just want to spend some more money and spend another $5 and buy enough trading cards to finish out the badge a few more times. Somebody got up to level 1,000 on the Steam trading card thing, which is interesting. It brought out some interesting numbers. It's like Steam apparently has like 9,000 items in its inventory. The guy that got up to 1,000 has about 4,000 of that. I have about 500, so is that a decent amount? I think it kind of is, because if you take 9,000, say half of them are terrible and you'd never want to play, which is a decent guess.
For the wild.
Shadows, soldiers of the cold dark.
What?
Obey the call.
How did he get that guy to come back alive? Oh, I'm gonna lose.
Servants, soldiers of the cold dark.
Whatever trick he did,
Obey the call.
I'm gonna say well played. There's no way to kill both of these Kel'Thuzul's. Yeah, I've lost. Wow. So yeah, if you think 4,500 games are potentially good, and I have 1/6 of that because I have 500, that's probably a really good number for just like maybe at most 2 years of purchasing games. Now the truth of the matter is, if the Steam sale is showing me anything, is really I kind of have a lot more than 1/6 of all the games I want to get. There's a ton of things that are getting eliminated. For instance, I am given suggestions every time that I go through the queue, which I've gone through like 2,000 games on the queue too, and I have 1,000 games on my wish list right now too, but some of those things are more just I want to double check on them than actually on them. There's tons of visual novels that I keep talking about them that will never get played. There's tons of RPG Maker games that will never get played. Incidentally, the creator of RPG Maker is releasing a visual novel maker software, which means there will be tons more visual novels that aren't released on Steam. This is funny, my TV sounds too loud now. I've had it set at 15 for a very long time, and I can't really even turn it down, because if I turn it down then it would affect the recording, because the microphone picks that up. There's a ton of first-person shooters I don't want to play. There's a ton of bad games I don't want to play. I would not say I'm 1/6. I wouldn't say I have 500 out of 4,500 good games. I would more say I probably have 500 out of maybe 2,000 good games on Steam. That seems about right. And the level of good is wide there. Very wide span of what you would call good. There's games I will get and purchase and play just because, even knowing they're bad, but just because I think they might be funny or they might make good videos. Which is part of the problem with YouTube and Steam, is that people have started making games specifically for YouTube bait. Like Five Nights at Freddy's is mostly just YouTube bait. YouTuber Life is definitely just YouTube bait. Real people probably would have never thought about buying or playing those games. I'm just gonna end my turn here and wait till this guy gets played.
For the wild.
In fact, let's see. Yeah, I don't see any reason to do anything until he plays. The trouble will be if this guy gets killed. I need to protect him as much as I can.
Behold the rage of the Firelands.
So we now know what that is. This guy doesn't seem like he has any cards.
The
play
land
this.
serves me.
Deal 2 damage. Summon 2/1/1 things. Let's end the turn. Well, Unleash the Hounds is almost certainly gonna kill this guy. Darn it. That was my main combination here and it's not working. Yeah, my other ear is my left ear is hearing perfectly fine. My other ear has water in it, so it's popping in and out, which is its own form of annoying. Alright. What do I want?
The land serves me.
Empty mana crystal. Give my guys
Bathe in
1/1.
flames.
Oops. That's not what I wanted to play. I wanted to play this, but whatever. Let's go ahead and take these guys out.
Job done.
YouTube creators or YouTube itself tweeted this video of like a disc roast yourself challenge disc track of somebody, and so it was this rapper lady, or at least she was rapping. I don't know who she is at all. That's not my bag. I don't follow rap. So,
Where shall I strike?
but she's obviously a YouTuber because she's roasting herself, and she's saying like, nobody likes your voice, your videos are boring, you're a loser, you're never going out with there. And then she's also attacking her appearance quite a lot too, and I'm like, after watching it, I'm like, you know what? I'm really happy after seeing this because I have considerably less hang-ups and issues with myself and the quality of my work than this person
Time waits
does.
for no one.
About +4 health taunt. How about a 2/1/1 sampling? How about the attack? With the explosive trap, that was stupid. Let's attack here. In the turn. I'm not even paying attention fast enough. I don't even know. I think we're still gonna do the 30-minute thing, so we're 20 minutes in here. We've done like 2 games and we haven't done anything, just because
To my side.
right now there's not a lot to talk about. I'm playing sticks. I don't know what I thought was happening proved itself at least to be happening from at the middle part of the story, which is a little unsurprising. No big twist. The big twist was really obvious to see. Is part of the problem. So do I want to do this? There. 4 attack. And I'll
For
just
the
attack
wild.
this guy. I am very, very confused how they're going to make a sequel to Styx when it turns out the main character, the character named Styx in this first game, is a big old jerk. Yeah, I don't know how you turn that around and make a sequel. Let's see, transform and gain charge. Charge. Let's see, 7 plus 2.
Another night on the
Charge.
prowl.
Charge. Let's attack all these. I guess if I had played this instead of this one, I would have won. There. I'll probably still win. But that kind of sucks. I didn't play right. So, I'm trying to rush through it. My recording of that has changed drastically. I started thinking it would be like a separate video for every level. I really have to wonder if maybe that's why some of my videos don't get views, is because I go in there and I label specific levels and things like that that I maybe shouldn't. Well, that was quite the misdirection, but
Well played.
For the wilds.
it didn't work. What I'm thinking I might do is at some point do just one like quick recording of Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride in particular has an achievement for playing either playing or winning 20,000 games, and I'm like, what a ridiculously high number. What a ridiculously high number. So like Ticket to Ride and Pinball Arcade, both games that I'll probably do some spotlights on, and that's about it. One thing I've thought about, and it's not probably going to happen
burns with holy fire.
in this year, in 2016, but I'm thinking in 2017, maybe we have a 25 days till Christmas, like holiday special on one of the either 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock time slots. I am also not certain that at the end of 2017 if we're even gonna have a 1 o'clock time slot, because the problem is I'm running out of time. It's getting difficult and difficulter to keep up, and I'm not building forward like I should. Also, a good possibility that I will play BioShock for the Halloween month, simply because that would be just slightly over the time I get the remakes upgraded, which I think would be nice. Because I do want to play that game while it's new. I do want it to be a major time slot, and it was in the list of games to play for Halloween.
Reporting for duty.
So there's a lot of things that would work well there. The only real difficulty would be if
Another night on the prowl.
if the game simply had a lot of content IDs, and then the video's getting out and I'm getting views for some reason. I don't even know why I'd particularly be getting views. That's going to be much playing BioShock. I don't feel like a lot of people are going to say to themselves, nah, whatever. We've all played that game before. That just doesn't feel realistic. Now that will be just BioShock 1, and then maybe throughout the next year we'll get to BioShock 2. There's definitely some things there that need to be thought through and considered.
Bathe in flames.
And then Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite in particular is not a horror game at all. And Bioshock 1 is going to be weird because I don't know what they're going to do with that final boss battle. I imagine they won't change anything at all. And that final boss battle was the weird, worst part of the whole game. Let's see. Let's just wait.
I must safeguard them.
Play that, I guess, and then end the turn. Oh, I could have hit this guy in the face. Oops.
Shields up. Red alert.
Here we go. 1-5 with taunt. Play this, and now I'll get to 6. End the turn. Play this, and everything should be ready for an attack. So yeah, what I would do with the 25 days of Christmas is have a single spotlight every single day. Now this is only going to be called the 25 days of Christmas because that's kind of the only time that I'm aware of that people count down, and that would mean that over the course from now till next December 1st, I would have to have 25 extra spotlights that I recorded and didn't put in my lineup. And that's kind of a big
Where shall I
demand. That's quite a lot of extra things.
I don't have enough mana.
Alright, so do I want to hit this guy for 11, or do I want to kill everybody?
For the wild. Job's done.
I think killing everybody is probably the better move. So yeah, that's something that I'd like to think about. Am I gonna do a game of the year at the end of the year? Probably. Has a lot of work been done for that? No. Has any work been done for that? No. It's too early to work on that, true, but +4.
That's not a valid target.
Alright, well, then we'll do this.
My sincerest thanks.
For the wild. Job's done.
Do I have any other major plans? Not really. Income still needs to, like, appear before I can be 100% certain Yeah, I'm gonna lose apparently. That I'm guaranteed, like, I can play all the new games in 2017. That's, I guess, part of the goal. That's certainly gonna change things. I also have to think to myself, can I really keep up with that? I have had instances, like The Witcher, no, well yeah, kind of The Witcher, and although I was maybe a couple weeks late on The Witcher, The Witness was who I meant to say, Captive Minecraft 4, I just did that. All those are a couple of days behind at most. So I'm not getting out the second I do, something comes out, but I'm pretty quickly coming out with those videos, so it's almost like, ideally though, what I'd like to do is have all of my standard things ready, recorded, and then have 2 AAA games airing every day. One that just came out, and then one that came out a few years ago. That way there's always some footage, because there isn't always a brand new AAA game out. So here we are at 30 minutes, and again, not a lot to talk about. Not a lot to talk about at all. So, to help alleviate that, I'm going to play off screen on ranked mode with Druid or Rogue to get up to 4 victories and get all of those. And let's see. So that means I probably won't get 7 victories, or if I, well no, what I need to do is I'll get up to 6 victories and win 7 games, and then one of them will just not be a Druid and Rogue one. And that's how I'll get that done, and hopefully I don't get the 20 million minions done, but I might very well get that done off screen. Anywho, that's it for this recording. Shorter recordings because less to talk about. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.